Hello, Ahmedabad. I, Shraddha Ujaramani, welcome you at a very special episode. Today, from Ahmedabad Book Club and Karma Foundation, we are bringing a very special author to you. We have Miss Ruchika Kedia with us. Ruchika Kedia is a founder of Studia Advisory and Decode Mediacom. Why we are sitting here? We are sitting here because she has come up with a very beautiful book of one of a kind book, and the title of the book itself is very fascinating. The book reads as The Anatomy of an Ivy Essay. I will not, first give you a lot of glimpses about what is this book about and all, because first we want to know who the author is. So, Ruchika, welcome to Ahmedabad Book Club. We are fortunate to welcome you here.
Thank you so much. Um, so I founded two companies. One company is 16-year-old now, and we are into providing end-to-end branding solutions. And we are evolving as the journey of branding is evolving in the world. Similarly, on the same path but a lot different. Now I have started something called an Ivy League advisory. It has been a long journey already in this sector, but I've just formalized it this year. And it would be specially catering to those students who are actually looking at admissions in the top universities of the world, like Stanford and Oxford and other top 50 ones.
So, it's so wonderful to know that somebody who's working for branding, because in today's world, Shah Rukh Khan, even being the king of the Bollywood, has to work on the branding. Everybody comes
Absolutely.
down to colleges and schools and whatnot, and when we have a branding specialist, what else we do need? So my my curious mind is letting me ask you this question, that since you deal definitely and deeply with the children, young minds, I want to know, how do you see writing shaping their minds? How far do you think storytelling is important in shaping their journey?
Hmm. So, I personally believe that stories are something that form us up. From putting us to sleep to like keeping us awake, we all are products of our stories.
Absolutely.
Okay, so वो छोटे बच्चे से लेके अभी तक we have been we have been introduced to a million of stories in our life, and they kind of help us become what we are. As a result, I feel that if you talk about branding and storytelling, they go hand in hand, because
Absolutely.
branding in a nutshell is nothing but your own story.
And how do you see that it is important and it goes hand in hand when we put education in picture?
Yeah. So when it comes to education, I think a lot of times stories are the first point that make us think. Okay, and I feel that education's role in a student's life or in our life, in a nutshell, should be about making us or explaining us how to think, rather than
Absolutely.
just providing knowledge. Knowledge, so we can acquire from Wikipedia or Google also, but we go to universities, we go to the best of the colleges, we go to the best of the mentors, because we want to expand our thinking horizons. And I feel that storytelling really shapes up how you think, and they help us they introduce all those characters that come in, the books, in the series that we watch, everything. They help us in thinking and living lives of many people.
Which was one book which made you thinking like this?
Well, my favorite book is a very simple book, which is called Siddhartha. Uh,
By Herman
Bar
Hesse?
Harman
Oh,
Hermes. I
lovely.
think it's the
Superb.
most translated book in the world,
Beautiful.
and it really made me feel that, oh, Gautam Buddha was so modest and humble, and he had such a journey. I feel that if he has seen it all, then we also in our life should be. I live on the principle of learning by doing. So पहले करके देख लो, and then you come to a
And NEP
conclusion.
2020 has come up with experiential learning. This is one of the mandate by the current government.
Yes,
So
yes,
what you're saying, learning by doing, is now mandate. When
absolutely.
we enter in the classrooms, we have to also mention what is experiential learning.
Yeah,
It just does not happen that you keep on narrating the old theory. Students are not
yeah,
going to connect.
yeah. As much as we all personally love reading, but I feel that if we throw books on students or throw textbooks on students, they are not they get only repelled by it.
Absolutely.
Now students want to experience the characters in the book. They want to go and empathize with them. So there is a lot more than just books as a curriculum. And I'm sure that it is evolving from this videos and a lot of like gamification even in curriculum. A lot is happening.
And
So
we are coming, now the circle is being completed, because before 2 3 years ago, when the COVID came, everybody wanted to go for video and gamification. Now they are coming to humans back.
yeah,
Nowadays, this human interaction, along with this, that's why people like you are more important, who are coming up with a lot of experience.
yeah.
And with this, I want to ask, I mean, most of our audiences, everybody must know about it, that what is writing, what is reading. But what is writing and reading when it comes to college applications? Because now we are global citizens, students are applying everywhere,
Hmm.
and you come across a lot of students who go for US applications.
Yes.
So how important it is that students know how to write well?
Correct. So I feel that writing gives a student an edge to express themselves. I always tell all of my students that you shouldn't write to impress, but you should write to express,
Express.
because that is the only medium with which you are communicating with the admission officers. Now that admission officer is like sitting miles away from you, but your application is the glass window with which he or she is peeping in your life. Okay, so your application, whatever you're writing in the application, that help the admission officers in knowing you. So it is about your original story. It need not be great, it has to be authentic, it has
Original.
to be original, it has to be about you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so a lot of times but extracting those stories from students and making it's a huge journey, it's a long journey. They have to sit, introspect, reflect, and sometimes we sit with them for hours and explore their different instances that they have done, the different passion projects that they have done, and a lot of beautiful stories come out, and that is what exactly we ask them to write in the applications. We sometimes tell that forget the narrative, forget the articulation, forget even the grammar, but what should be coming across should be 100% true. Like वो ऐसा होता है ना कि this one liner may not have an exclamation mark, or like you cannot start a sentence with a conjunction and this and that. It's like as long as the story is very very true and passionate, write it.
Very, very beautifully expressed. And as you said, that originality always, keeps you glued.
Yes.
That's what I think. You never met Gautam Buddha, I believe. I mean, you do not look that
Never.
old. None of us is. So, but you still connect with him.
Yes.
And that's what is the power of story. And that is what is the power of originality. So when we were talking about, these children and all, this is very important that we do narrative building. So
Yes.
narrative building, what is the process? How do you people do this? Kindly highlight on that.
So a lot of times, I'm sure that all the writers and authors, or even people, professionals, face in their life. There is a dilemma that uh, do we have enough material to talk, or whenever we sit to make the resume, also we are like what to write. But deep down, if we like sit with ourselves, we will find a lot of achievements, whether small or big, that can be written. But what we do is that we ask the students to start young, like you start as early as possible, like probably in a ninth grade, in a 10th grade, and experience a lot of different projects. And by projects, I mean not just some projects that you only have started, but become a part of some social impact initiative, become a part of do internships, do some travel, get into debates, get into MUNs, which I'm sure a lot of students do. But we also ask them to curate their own clubs, curate their own programs. They go and teach younger kids, they go and interact with like elderly in old age homes. So when in nutshell, we just ask them to explore whatever is there around you, get to know your surroundings. We also ask them to read a lot of meaningful texts. We recommend some books, we recommend some series, and we kind of like ask them to start with very simple exercise, which is blogging. That you start with blogging. Then you research writing is, of course, it is still associated with academic writing, but blogging is something that I personally
Free
believe
hand,
that it
yes.
can be a very great start. Then it comes to like curating those simple documentary films, curating those little reels. What in age of this short media consumption, I feel that still documentaries help the student because it is more important for the student than for the audience. So making a documentary in itself is a huge journey. So we ask them to do documentaries, we ask them to make videos, we ask them to go, even students as young as 12, 13-year old, they are making their own podcasts, and they are very passionate about it, and they continue on that journey. So when it comes to narrative building, which is your question, what we do is that we ask them to live through all these things, and then we ask them to assimilate. Oh, now what are you feeling, you tell us. So continuous self reflection, continuous introspection, that brings their narrative out. And when it comes to narrative, nowadays, if I'll give a very simple example, like Spider-Man is always loved more than Superman. Okay, the reason is that Superman was blessed with those superpowers, but Spider-Man actually lived and experienced those superpowers by fluke, and ended up like using that to his advantage, and to like serve the or to save people. So this kind of experiences accumulation brings your narrative out.
Beautiful. I mean, you have come up with a very, very beautiful thing, and now we know that the children which we are dealing with these days, they all are overexposed to everything. But the right direction is needed, which is very, very important. I mean, we are not discussing something which is not available anywhere, but who is the expert? Why
Hmm.
do we need people like you? Why do we need this branding? Why are we even talking about it? Because you need somebody who can show you the disha. वो कहते हैं ना, दिशा बिना के जो
Yeah,
चलेगा तो कहाँ जाके भटकेगा.
बिल्कुल
So that
बिल्कुल.
is very important. And I also wanted to know, I mean, something was there in my mind, that personal branding.
Hmm.
Is this even a term, and especially for students?
Yeah, I'm asked a lot of this question, but this is probably a very vague term that is used everywhere. But personal branding is nothing but telling of your stories, because I feel that in world where there is so much of continuous content consumption, your stories can get lost. Okay, and as a
Absolutely.
result of that, I ask students that whatever, see, journaling has become a very simple tool these days. Like a lot of people I see, I know, I tell my children also that why don't you get into journaling. So journaling, blogging, all this have become tools which we were not much aware of back
Yes.
then. We also used to have our own diaries, personal diaries that we used to write. Now all those things I'm bringing back with our children, because then that helps them in telling their stories, in at least remembering and creating a memory record. Okay, so that is what happens if the stories are not told. So personal branding is nothing but a collection of the students' stories and memories and dreams and passions and aspirations and purpose. So all these things, when they come together and packaged and told to the world, so that they start building their own audience, they start getting those little pats on the back. That is what becomes the most important thing, which otherwise a student would feel little lost in the virtual world. They do not have peers who would like come and appreciate until they are very vocal about it. So a lot of times people also ask me that what about the introverts. I say that probably introverts may not come on front of the camera, but they are always there in terms of the writing, or they can like
Absolutely.
be at the back of the camera, they can collaborate. But that is what becomes very important, and hence personal branding uh, in today's world has to be started young. Like I have in my at Decode, we have like a lot of people who come for their own personal branding. Now they want to climb up the ladder in their corporate world, or they want to be noticed more, they want to be establishing the thought leadership, which is the new term these days. In all that thing, I feel that students will ultimately have to go there. So why not start young? And that becomes a very crucial part, and they tend to like enjoy it the most. And especially it is at the interjunction of when they are applying for the applications and going for their graduation.
Beautiful. I mean, I also want to be your student. I also wish that 20 years back, when I was a student, I should have got a mentor like you. So I would have worked upon my personal branding
I also
better.
feel the same for myself, that fortunately we all had mentors of different kinds in our life, but probably never in the journey particularly to do with applying for
Yeah, and
applications.
when we are talking about personal branding, when you were describing, a very beautiful narrative came out that it helps student, it is a catharsis when they are
Yes,
writing about
yes,
themselves and all. It works as a catharsis wherein they are
yes.
talking about their own issues. Sometimes there are underlying issues which children are not able to express, but when they write, they're clear what do they want and what do they not want.
Absolutely.
So which brings me to ask another question, and that how do you guide students? What is the limit? What should they say? How much should they say? What they should not say? So how do you put these kind of bars or limits?
Yeah. So as I said that we make it very exploratory for the students. Okay. Rather than me deciding on what should they write, I focus more on how should they write. Okay. So we supplement them with lot of workshops where we teach them how to articulate their stories, how to bring out the essence of the stories.
Hmm.
Also, again, when it comes to exploration, we ask them to go and live a lot of different experiences. Okay, so like job shadowing, like internships, going through blogging. I always ask them, whatever you watch, write reviews. Whenever you are writing reviews, that really clears your mind
Absolutely.
and makes you live those moments again. So that all these things is a continuous process, and it takes about a year or two to work with the students. Not at least 6 months is minimum that we require to work with the students. And then the writing, creative writing lessons, those are also a part of our program. So these things we keep on doing continuously with the students, and we get good results.
So I mean, right now we see that there is an overexposure of AI everywhere.
Yeah.
In terms
Yeah.
of AI, wherein you can get everything done by Chat GPT or Grok
Mm.
or Gemini. How do you think we should have a control or a limit on the usage of AI, or is there any human existence left after AI?
Interesting. AI was not there when we were growing up.
True.
Okay, I don't know whether I should be thankful about it or not. It's a debate of all for another time.
For another time.
But one thing is for sure that I tell my students that do not outsource thinking to AI. Do not use AI for research.
Absolutely.
You can probably take the help of AI in articulation or in helping out with ideas that how can I write this line and
Yeah,
far
structure.
better
For
in the
structure, yeah.
structure, probably even in the grammar. Okay, but not for thinking for sure. Okay, because that will corrupt your mind, and that will, वो बोलते हैं ना कि like it will rust your mind, and you will not be able to
And it is
think.
going to say yes to everything,
Yeah.
which your brain is not going to do
Yes,
that.
yes. And I'm not sure if it will be original anymore. It has to be your own story and not Gemini's story. So then that one thing I insist my students to do, that do not use AI for thinking or for narrative building or for research purpose. That is the worst disaster that you can do. And technically, if you see, as much as AI is evolving, so are the tools to measure if the content is written by AI or
Yes,
not.
plagiarism tools have always been
Plagiarism.
there. Now they are stronger than ever.
Yeah. So I don't know if it should be like a thief police thing, but then still I feel that it's interesting if you can tell your stories in your own words rather than telling your stories through someone else's.
Naturally,
Yeah.
absolutely. Anatomy of Ivy essay. When I got to know that I have to come and meet you, I only had one fascination, that how come this lady must have come with this book. And the name is very, very beautiful. Essay, sometimes it is literature, anatomy is something absolutely scientific. How did you come up with this title, and what is this, secret behind this title?
So, anatomy of an IV essay is basically combining and making writing a lot scientific. Okay. However, I have an aversion towards, and I tell my students that do not get into the formulaic writing. That's not correct form of writing. But if there can be a structure, then why not? So, out of our experience, when we were compiling very beautiful essays that got good results to the students, we thought that let's just analyze and bring them together. So while analysis, we found that just like our human body, the essays were also like having a kind of a shape. So shape in the sense of that the brain was talking about the self reflection, like that is what you should do before
And what does the
writing.
foot say in this?
The
I'm more
foot
inquisitive to know what does the
the,
foot say.
the foot is more about giving the direction to your writing.
How
Okay.
beautiful, right from introspection to self reflection to direction.
Yes.
That is what is the anatomy. We are not spilling all the beans and we are not going to discuss. For that, you will have to attend the book launch and the workshop. Then
Yes.
people will come to know, because otherwise, why would you visit us? And we are going to have a book launch which is going to be very, very interesting. All the students out there, if you have come across this reel or video, you must not miss it. All the details of the date and venue will be followed with this video itself. Ruchika, last question. I mean, you must have done something extraordinary in your life which your parents must be proud of. What is that one incident?
One of the biggest, or I don't know, one of the best achievement that I like to tell people about myself is that I started Decode Mediacom 16 years back, and it has been more than I really can't say much about the balance sheets and the profits and the gross profits and all that. But one thing is for sure, that the journey has been really very interesting, and that has given me a lot of caps to wear, from being a writer to a filmmaker to maybe a traveler also, and now like student mentor. A lot of things that I have done under Decode Mediacom, and that really is something that I'm super proud of. And the same is with Studio Advisory now, that I have started just 6 months back, and I'm looking forward to the next innings in that. So
Did you
yeah.
ever think that you'll ever become an author? This is a typical Kapil Sharma question, basically. Did you ever think you'll become an author and one of the Ahmedabad Book Club member will interview you on this platform?
Well, I don't want to boast about it, but then I
You
started my
must.
I started my journey as a writer. Okay, I ever always as a development communication student, my first thing that I was fascinated was with writing, because I was a journalist, and I was more. I till date I love reading nonfiction, and I love like watching documentaries and watching movies that are based on real stories. That's like, my guilty pleasure, and hence I always wanted to write. I am not sure if this is the kind of like, fiction, novel, book that qualifies to be amid what books are getting published. But one thing is for sure, that this is that guide that what we have written for the students, and it is going to be definitely helpful in their journey.
Lovely. Ruchika, thank you so much for your time. And we are looking forward to have this book launch wherein we'll meet a lot many people along with your team, the people who are working behind your camera. And, we would be so excited and delighted to bring up something which is going to help the youngsters. Because generally, when the books come out, they're either for self help or they come up as fiction or something. But this is something which is coming up as manual,
Yes.
because as a teacher I always get, many of the children come up to me and they say, ma'am, my admission time has come, please see if this essay is okay. Now I'll direct them to you and say there is an expert, you can go back to
Absolutely.
them. Thank you so much. We at Ahmedabad Book Club feel fortunate to have authored you, and you are here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shraddha, for your time, and it's an
Thank you.
absolute privilege to be here.
So basically, we are coming up with double dhamaka kind of thing. One is a book launch, the other is a workshop. And generally, these workshops are very, very expensive. But making it, we are keeping it in mind that it is for students, it is for exposure, it is for your good. So we have come up with this initiative. She's been very generous, and this workshop would be completely free, but registration are must, so that we know that you are literate enough to register yourself. And we would be fortunate to see maximum of you, because we'll close the registration after the stipulated numbers are done. Thank you so much, and we'll come up with another author with some other time. Thank you.